Hi guys, and welcome to this video of today where we look again about families and how easily the devil, lies to individuals, and just without even thinking, they destroy something good that God had started. They destroy a family, they destroy a relationship, they destroy a marriage. This lady here that you can see here is known as Terry. She has 2 children, 2 boys. She is married, or rather was married. She's currently 1 month pregnant, and she did a loyalty test with this gentleman. This gentleman is called Samaritan from easterntv, and a loyalty test was conducted by this gentleman with Terry and her husband, as this gentleman found them on the street going for some sort of lunch. And the loyalty test unfortunately went wrong because Terry was then found to be cheating with somebody called Sunshine. This is somebody else's that is not yet known or not in the picture yet, but the loyalty test, of course, caused the husband to jump on a motorbike and has not been seen since then. Now we are talking of a family that is now kind of going to ruins, to be destroyed. We have 2 boys there that now have not seen their father for quite some time. This lady is regretting everything, and I would just like to invite you to watch this video courtesy of easterntv and just see how easily it is for us sometimes to just mess things up for nothing, not for much, just for nothing. So it's critical that when you want to be in a relationship, you really just be certain that you want to be in a relationship and understand that you have to commit. Understand that you're going to go through some difficult times, some challenges that you would need to work through. Marriage is about working it out. It is not a bed of roses. It is not something that you're just going to come and just find everything smooth. The devil fights marriages, and that is why things like this will crop up. The question is, can you handle it? We've always said marriage is not for boys and girls. I want you to listen to this interview with Terry by Samaritan, and just think, if you are in such a relationship, or if you're in a relationship, or you're planning to get into one, please do not get caught up in this. Don't destroy something that God has started, a family, just because of what we call a 1 day, a few months, irresponsible, behavior that is not acceptable. Let's listen.
Guys, today we are very much lucky. I can say privileged, but lucky to have a beautiful lady ambaye amekuja kwenye set siku ya leo. Baada ya kufanya loyalty test, wakati tulifanya juzi, tuliona the husband ambaye ajulikana kama Rodo ama baba Ryan aliweza kupanda gari na motorbike na akaenda sana enda. Nilifuata Terry ama mama Ryan na niweza kuchukua namba yake because I wanted her to cool down, then niweza kumuita, but wakati nimekuwa nikimpigia simu amekuwa akiniambia she is not comfortable kuweza kuongea kwenye cameras, but I convinced her na akaniambia that she is comfortable, ndio tukakuja leo. Tunataka tuongee, tupige story na yeye, tuambie haswa kama walirudiana na mzee ama kunaendaje haswa. Mama Ryan,
yes,
karibu sana kwenye hapa easterntv.
Asante sana.
Yes, now let me give you this chance kwanza kuweza kutuambia maisha inaendeleaje since the day that we did the loyalty test.
Okay. Niko tu. Things have not really been smooth. But niko najaribu ku collect my pieces from some point.
Now we saw your husband alipanda motorbike na kaenda kavanish, tukajaribu kufuatana na yeye, but he was nowhere to be seen baada ya kufanya ile loyalty test. First of all, ningependa kuuliza, where is your husband? Are you back together ama kuliendaje?
Honestly, I don't know what to tell you because I actually don't know where he is. He does not pick my calls. Yeah. We are not in communication. Yes.
What about the kids? How do you normally what do you tell them? Ama hawako wamezoeana na baba yao?
Walikuwa wamezoeana tena sana. And you just somehow have got to tell them something. And you keep reassuring them that it will be well and he will come back. Yes.
You seemed to be blaming us, mostly me. You're telling me that I'm the one who messed your marriage. Na ukaniambia kwamba una regret kwa nini tumeangalia simu yako nini. First of all, we would like to know why did you cheat? We start from there.
I don't call that cheating. Because hata we nikikuuliza, when you're thirsty for water, what do?
You go fetch water and drink.
Yes. And after you drink, the thirst is quenched. So I was just taking water because I was lacking something. I don't know whether that answers you. Nobody wants to cheat. And I prefer not to call mine cheating. It's just a circumstance that I found myself in. I was lacking something and I get it from some source. So I did not get it directly to cheat, but it kind of filled some vacuum that was in my heart. Yes.
There is a guy that you had saved as Sunshine. Why call him Sunshine of all the names? Kwa nini ukaamua kumuita Sunshine of all the names? There are so many names in this world. You can call someone babe, you can call someone honey, but why did you choose to call him Sunshine? And who's this Sunshine?
Let me address the issue of why I called him Sunshine. Because number one, he came as that sunshine to my life. He came at a time when Baba Rayo was really busy. He was nowhere to be found, always traveling. So nikiwa tu kule home, we bumped into each other. And I was coming from doing some shopping, and this person offers to help you lift things, something that for quite some time I had not experienced because my husband was always away. So if I have to do things, I do them myself. Like, I really felt relieved. This person really showed care. I mean, after that, he kept on finding out, did you get home well? How are you? I mean, he kinda painted a picture of my Baba Ryan. Yeah, so it quickly fit and flowed because you can imagine uko tu pale peke yako with nobody to chat you up, and you hear like your phone is beeping only to find this lovely message. So I mean, dawa ya kipenda choroho ansemanga ni dawa. And my Baba Ryan was not there. This guy was filling up the space. At night niko tu pale, he traveled, the kids are asleep. What would you have me do? Sina usingizi. I'm wondering, where is my husband? And then a message comes in. Like, have a good night. I really miss to see you. Would you call that cheating, honestly?
I don't have much words to say about that, but kila mtu akona, a sin is always a sin. There is no justification of a sin. Na mimi siwezi sema it's not cheating, or siwezi sema it's cheating. You're the one who knows what you're doing, and that's why you are here on the show to explain to us. And you were chatting with him and you've been having an affair with him. What is the plan, maybe, or maybe who's this Sunshine according to how do you value him to you? Who is he to you?
How do I value him?
How do you value him as? That is my question.
I mean, Sunshine, I'm at a sipati. I don't even know how to explain. But I'll tell you this. When I was dating Baba Rayo, he was very romantic. He was this kind of guy you did not want to miss any moment with. And I mean, we used to go out. He was always there for me. I did not lack anything. And then we got our first baby and things started going down. Okay, I will not complain much because after we got our first baby, he was still there. He was really concerned. But you could see things were changing. Sio vile tulianza. Then after mtoi wa pili, he became so busy. It's like I never existed. I mean, things were just, I used to feel like I'm not appreciated or my presence is not felt in this house. Yeah, ako tu job. I mean, everything about him ni job. When he comes back, all he cares is mmekula, are you people comfortable? You know, kukula ndio, watoto wako fiti. But what about me as a person? I was used to being hugged. I mean, adult. We used to have breakfast in bed. And now it's no longer there. You just a mama in the house. I mean, kazi yako ni kufua, kukaa na watoi. That's all I knew and that's all I remembered. And then unapatana hapa na jamaa, he's willing to give you all the time in the world. I mean, Babarayo, things went from worst to worst. If he comes to bed, he's only coming to sleep. As a couple, whatever we used to enjoy was just, I kept on thinking he was just doing it for the sake. You know, there was nothing meaningful even in our moments. And here comes somebody who's comforting you right, left, and center. Oh, he used to remind me of kisses, and as this guy speaks of kisses, I picture out Babarayo, and I would forget myself for a moment. So actually, when I was doing it, fine, I'm doing it with somebody different, but my mind is on my husband, because this is a person who lit my world so much, and he's no longer there. So you try, like I asked you, when you're thirsty, you get water. So I had this vacuum. It kept eating into me, the loneliness. I mean, I missed things we used to do.
Wow.
So that's how I found myself in this situation. It happened so fast. It's not something I had planned, but it happened so fast. I cannot even explain. But all I know is that I was yearning for it from my husband, but I got it from a different source. You get me? I would have really wanted it to be from my husband, but sasa imejileta in a different packaging.
Let me ask you something, Mama Ryan. There's one question that I'll ask you, and I want you to answer me in honestly. Are you in love with Sunshine?
No. Like I said, I am not in love with him, but I got what I used to get from Babarayan in him. He became, each time I saw him, I felt so comfortable because it brought a picture of Babarayan. Yes, I don't know whether I'm answering you well, but for me, every description of Sunshine was Babarayan. Imagine tu msee haujui, ameniona nachoka hapa na mizigo zangu, amenibebesha. I mean, msee ameniofa like, come we do coffee together, something I don't get to do with my husband nowadays because he's so busy. I mean, I saw Babarayan in him. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So you can imagine the cold nights that I'm all alone before I even go to start this affair kind of a thing. Niko tu peke yangu pale, umeshika pillow, ujui bwana yako kwa wapi. The kids are there, they ask you questions. I mean, I can tell you over and over again, I used to cry and I need to be strong for my boys. Yes.
Let me ask you something. Does your children know this Sunshine, now that you've told me that every time wanaenda mzee ama your husband akuangi, that's when mnakuanga mkipatana na this Sunshine? Does your children know this guy?
They do not know him. I kept it like away from them because kids are slippery. They can mention something like that. So I was very careful. I made sure we met out there or at his place, but not at my place because of the kids. And you know, boys are quite tricky. They'll raise up questions and and they can even choose the most weird moment to ask. That is when their father is around. So I protected them from all that. Yes.
How long have you done this? All these your relationship with this Sunshine? For how long have you done it?
It was not for long. Let's call it months. 4-5 months. Yes.
Now, I'm trying to understand you, but the people who are watching us are the one who can judge you. Mostly the women who are watching us. Men can say all the sorts of words, but ladies maybe are the ones who can understand you. I may judge you, but me myself, I can understand what you're going through as a woman because I'm a man. But I'll ask you, this may be the final question before we proceed, because there is another segment that I want us to get into. Now that you've been doing all this, what do you want? What do you want with your life? Do you still want your husband back, or you want sunshine?
Sunshine was a distraction, and I am a family woman. I honestly love my husband so much that I want him back. Apart from the fact that we got kids, we began from a love note. I mean, we loved each other, honestly. And I want my husband back at all costs. I am willing to do everything to have him back. But like you saw, I don't know how it's gonna end up. Yeah.
When I called you to discuss about this interview that I'm having with you, you disclosed to me 1 month pregnant. But tell me, how is it your husband's pregnancy, or it's Sunshine's pregnancy that you're carrying?
Do you really want to hear that?
Yes. Even the people who are watching us,
after what you made me go through, would I even trust you enough with that information?
So guys, you've listened to the video, you've seen it. What do you think? Is it worthy? Terry, did you do the right thing? Could you have done things differently? Were you not meant to pray? Were you not meant to speak to your husband? Were you not meant to sit your husband down and talk? Or is there another interview that you haven't said, or you need to say how much you tried? If it was about companionship, lonely nights, people helping you, don't you have a phone there? You can see you have a phone there. You can do things. You can talk to your husband. You can be romantic over the phone if he's overseas or doing business. Why did you have to entertain somebody else? As soon as you allowed somebody else to come into your husband's space and start doing things that your husband usually is meant or is supposed to do, you are starting to destroy your own relationship. Now, these are the children that are going to suffer. I don't know where this relationship is going to head, but definitely I pray that the children will be safe, because once again, we have here 2 individuals, especially you, Terry, that have decided not to put children first, but your own selfish needs. When you have small children, you have to be thinking about those children rather than thinking about yourself. I mean, your husband also does have a role to play here. And I think he definitely decided to focus on making money more than sorting his family out, because you shouldn't also be going without. If you yourself have not been seeing much of your husband, I want to also believe even your children have not been seeing him much. So being a father is not only about bringing the bacon home, but also being available for your own children, especially when they are young. My concern right now is that you're pregnant, 1 month pregnant, and you've refused to say who the pregnancy is for. If it is for this guy called Sunshine, this marriage is over. But at least if it is your husband's, then there is a high chance, people can be forgiven. And yes, maybe even he himself, if he's been very much away like that, we don't know. Maybe Samaritan did not, properly look at his phone. Maybe we need to look at anti-delete and see if probably a few months down the line, he had other things that he was doing over the phone. All these times that you're saying he's away and he's, not coming home, it couldn't just be business. It's just too much. There is need for fathers and husbands to understand that starting a relationship goes beyond making money, and but also making sure that your wife is comfortable, she's happy, she doesn't go without. The children are having fun, they get playtime, they get to see daddy, you get to put them in to bed, you take them to school, take them to the park, take them to McDonald's. Yeah, so guys, I don't know what you think, but just please put your comments there. Let's see. I hope, my prayer is that this family will find a way of coming back together, or at least do co-parenting and make sure that children do not suffer. Guys, please share this to family that you know so that they can learn. It's all about learning so that we don't get into such ditches. But also to ensure that we keep ourselves safe from such mess. Please follow our page, and see you on the next one.